to Angle, guys. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the monthly forecast Tarotscope for the sign of Pisces. Thank you, water signs, for being so patient. I greatly appreciate it. Scorpio just went up. For those of you that might be tuning in and looking for that sign, Cancer will go up after this one. So all of the other signs are up and ready on the YouTube channel, so you can check them out over there. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy it. This is a broad spectrum reading for anybody with sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Pisces, or if you have heavily placed planets in the sign of Pisces. There you go. Like, you know, this is going to indicate whether or not you're going to have a good August, or what kind of August you may have. You're definitely invited to, if you're cross-watching for Pisces, you're more than welcome to be here. Please feel free to share the video out with any other Pisces you know, and share it in any groups. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, help me to grow the channel. I greatly appreciate all of that. Let's see what's going on for Pisces for the month of August. Remember, you can take what you need and leave the rest. If some of it makes sense and some of it doesn't, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or you're not doing things, correctly. It just might mean that you're working on something different at this time. Please feel free to leave questions and comments if you feel you would like to. I greatly appreciate them, and I do read them all. And let's get into seeing what's going on for Pisces for August. This first card is the signifier or the guide card for the month. I chose the I Am Everything deck because we're finishing out Leo season, and Leos are so decadent. And I just think the I Am statement is very beautiful to go with that Leo energy. So let's see. This is sort of like maybe Pisces mantra, focus, something that they want to nurture for themselves or look at, contemplate during the month of August. And you guys get, I am whole. I am perfectly created. I am a wonderfully unique individual. Every lesson I have learned, every risk I have taken, and every achievement I have made contributed to who I am. Because of that, I am whole. And this is card number 3, which I love this because, and no, Pisces, I didn't say you are a whole. I said I am whole, meaning complete. Pisces, get your dirty minds out of the gutter. To me, the number 3 always takes me to this place of the mind, body, spirit connection. And I feel like this is an opportunity for Pisces to kind of bring that into balance, right? By honoring all of the aspects of self. Oftentimes, I feel like as Pisces, we can be misunderstood. We can be sort of, maybe told that we're too emotional, we're too this, we're too that. Sometimes crazy gets thrown around with us. And I think that the fact of the matter is people don't always get us because they're not where we are. They don't go where we go emotionally. They don't understand the depths to which we can feel. And so I think that frightens a lot of people. This I am whole is us embracing all of that, understanding that each part of that, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the mental, all of those aspects of ourselves are important, valid, and deserve to be sort of honored, right? And so when I see this for Pisces, I love this because it's very, I love to also, this is one of the first cards that comes out kind of all blue. I feel like all of the other cards have been in this sort of like orange or yellow tones, which very much signify and go along with that Leo energy. This I am whole to me feels much more cooler, calmer, collected. So I feel that blue color, at least, it feels to me like this should be hopefully a peaceful month, a month of serenity. I don't know if cooling off is the right word, but I like this baby blue that comes along for us with this statement, if that makes any sense at all. It feels more intuitively guided. We also see that moon taking the forefront there. So it's more intuitively guided. It's more connected on a deeper level. And so I like it. Let's see what's going on in the cards for the Pisces. See what's happening here. So our first card is our center. This is where we're centered at this month. It gives us indication of not only where we're at. for the majority of the month, but what we could potentially be creating for the future. So let's see what this is. So we've got 6 of Wands. I'll take it. Wands is the element of spirit and that of fire. Even though it's not a complementary energy to us, it is an energy of celebration, is an energy of being validated, is an energy of being seen and appreciated. When I look at this coupled with this I am whole, to me, it speaks to that idea of, first, Wands being that element of spirit, right? From deep within of where we are or who we are, we get to honor all aspects of the self, validate all aspects of the self. For some of you, this could represent as public notice too, right? This card can oftentimes indicate that. So if we're being appreciated, or if we feel like we're getting accolades or honor from outside of ourselves, maybe in our work situation or in our relationships, our friendships, enjoy it, take it and use that validation to also help to create this balance or this wholeness of understanding that you are perfectly created, just in all of your sort of eccentricities and all of your sort of Pisces-ness and your emotionality and your intuitional abilities and all of those things that make you who you are. Pisces, your sensitivities are exactly what should be appreciated, what should be loved, what should be lifted up, rather than held down or misunderstood. Now let's go to the foundation card. This card tells me a bit about sort of what was going on in the past, what everything's built upon today in the reading. But it also, sometimes the memory of this card can be driving everything into the future or holding everything in place. So that's why we want to be aware of this. So this is the 2 of Wands. Again, more Wands energy, more desire of the spirit, more need or want to take action, right? Somewhere in our past, there was an opportunity to maybe shift paths, make a change, make a decision, contemplate where we want to be, how we want to be there, how do we want to get there? Is this the right horizon that we're headed to in our lives, right? Is this what we want? Is this the thing that's going to sort of make us happy or inspire us? And I think that in that decision or in that contemplation, we might have set off a path or a change, a shift towards maybe something new, something better for us, something that we are more desirous of. The 2 of Wands also is to me, 2s are always sort of about couplings or relationships, and sometimes they can represent the relationship to the self. And when I look at this, Wands being that element of spirit or fire, it's where in our past did we kind of come into contemplation or relation or a depth of sort of relationship with what we spiritually desire, what we want, right? And have we sort of made movements towards those things? And I believe that Pisces, or at least the majority of my Pisces viewers, would be able to say, indeed, you have, because that 6 of Wands is that form of celebration. It is that sort of unleashing of spirit. It is that sort of allowing yourself to be seen, appreciated, honored, and validated, right? At a public level, even if that's maybe only within ourselves, right? We're still allowing that, and we're still celebrating that, and we're owning our eccentricities, and I wouldn't even call them eccentricities, but the things that make us individual, that make us who we are really what should be lifted up, appreciated, and loved. I also love that we have all of this fire energy as far as these 2 Wands cards in Leo season, in the second half of Leo season, because the first half of August will be Leo season still. So that's kind of awesome too. It's in line more with the season rather than, and Pisces being mutable, that would make sense that we could sort of blend into what's going on in the energy of the season and make the most of it, rather than we as water signs can sort of move right through everything and make it work for us rather than against us. Now, the spirit card, or the card that's above you, is the Magician. Beautiful card to have in the spirit space. Major arcana, lots of knowledge, lots of creative energy, lots of opportunity for channeling the magic that we need of our own spirit, of owning who we are, trusting what we know, believing in our intuition, believing in our creativity, allowing that to sort of be our guide, connecting to our higher self and trusting that aspect of ourselves. That's some of this I am whole also here is, to me, with the Magician in our spirit space, or in our soul card, as our soul card this month, we really do embrace the powers that be, and I mean those powers within ourselves, right? Those those creative powers, the intelligence that we have, the skill set that we have, all of that should be sort of not only embraced, but also maybe even put on display a little with that Six of Wands in the center. The Two of Wands being the driving force or the past, right? That also indicates that like the spirit really probably is leading this month for Pisces. And it's certainly not only the driving force, but we have such a powerful card, a powerful major arcana card in the spirit space that it says to me, well, like, whoa, step aside. Step aside, Pisces, because we could have a rather productive, fruitful, creative month of August that might actually even surprise us with what we're actually able to put into motion or make happen. The Magician also could indicate sort of things coming together in a rather easeful way, or in a way that we didn't otherwise think was possible. But just trust it, let it go, let it happen. I love that also Magician is card number 1 of the major arcana. So to me, the focus is again on the self, the skill set or the abilities of the self. And again, we see that reflected in this number 3 card, I am whole. Like that balance of the, yes, there's a lead of the spiritual in these 3 cards, I feel like, but when we lead from that place of spirit, I think that sensitive Pisces really is at their best. And we're able to trust all other aspects of ourselves, like the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body. Does that make sense? When we're really like connected to our spirit. So expect to be inspired, expect to be connected and enjoying that connection this month. All right, so the next 2 cards are what I call the outside influences. These cards tell me a bit about sort of what's influencing us, either positively or negatively this month. They could be people or events, or sort of things more vague like belief systems or energies that are having an effect. So one is the Page of Cups, full on Pisces energy. I will take it because I think that he is all about magical thinking, and we have the Magician in our spirit space. So where we're feeling in our spirit, we are being met with this Page of Cups energy by the outside influence. This Page of Cups could be another water sign. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, usually of a younger sort or a more playful sort, one that's willing to learn, one that's willing to be taught, somebody that will be very much maybe in line with who we are and what we know to be true. This Page of Cups could open up synchronistic, wonderful experiences for us. If it is maybe more experiential or situational, it could be opportunities to really have things happen to us in a very sort of magical Piscean way, where with that Magician up in the spirit space, we could be like not only simultaneously creating it, but also experiencing it as we create it in the month of August, right? And I love that. I like the Page of Cups is probably my second favorite card of tarot. Like my first favorite is the Star, and then I love the Page of Cups. I don't know why, but I just do. And so he's the kind of guy that thinks outside of the box. He has the pure heart, the open mind, the exuberance, the optimism, he's like up for a good time and exploring and feeling all of that, right? So expect new experiences, but expect us to excel at those experiences. Expect us to be, in line with those experiences. Those experiences should build us up, honor us, and help us see how whole and how, maybe, perfect is a weird word. I don't trust the word perfect, but how perfectly created we are in our imperfections, right? So let's look at the other outside influence. Okay, damn it. The 7 of Cups keeps haunting the water signs. 7 of Cups is a little bit of confusion, but Pisces is indicated by the 2 fish swimming in opposite directions. Where the Knave of Cups would be all about open-mindedness and optimism, the 7 of Cups would be about like overly thinking, not overly thinking, but like being like emotionally confused, entrapped by like one too many options. Maybe this could be people and their needs or their emotions pulling my Pisces in a different way. In different directions. So we're not really clear on, do I do for them right now or do I do for me? And I think that the question here is, I think the goal here is that we do for me, Pisces. The reason why I say that is the Magician card is represented by the number 1 in the spirit space. And he's powerful, he's magical, he's got an ability to create. He wants to sort of unleash his creation in the month of August for my Pisces. the Knave of Cups is also like a singular court card. And he sort of, to me, is the quintessential Piscean card, right? And so I feel like he is magical thinking and this opportunity to kind of be creative through looking at things outside of the normal filters or processes that we are taught in society, right? When we get into society or people in their cups, and the 7 cups that we see in the 7 of cups on the opposite side, that could be people pulling us emotionally in different positions. Pisces being sort of so emotionally connected, we tend to be very compassionate. We tend to be a bit, we can slip into martyrdom. We can slip into, giving more to others than we give to ourselves. And I feel like that's what that 7 of Cups energy could be for us this month. We don't want to do that. We want to honor ourselves. This I am whole here says to me that the focus should be on ourselves and our completeness, right? So be aware if anything tries to pull us in emotional directions that don't necessarily feel right, that don't honor us. Just be be aware that those things exist for you at this time. Don't let them be pervasive. Don't let them overtake you. Don't let them become your focus, right? If there's anything that's sort of like, murky, cloudy, confusing, don't pay it any mind, Pisces. Stay in that optimism of the Knave, or the opportunities where we get to think outside of the box and be more free in our thoughts and excited in our thoughts. That's where we want to be, because that's where the magician can create. That's where all that Wands energy and the 6 and the 2 can be channeled towards new opportunities and excitement, right? That's what we want. All right, so the next card is the potential outcomes card. And what I mean by this is where sort of things could end up for the Pisces, barring that nothing major changes. It is not set in stone by any means. So knowing that if this is a negative outcome, we can take heart in the fact that we can make choices and changes, use it as a warning at this time to make choices and changes through free will to affect the outcome so it does not come to pass. But if this card is positive, we can take heart in the fact that we're naturally heading towards it, okay? So let's see. And we've got the 2 of Cups. I'll take it because it is Cups energy. It ends on a water sign, right? So we are a water sign. The 2 of Cups is a depth here, an emotional depth. There's this sort of, maybe this connection to self. That's this I am whole, right? It's maybe the spirit speaking to the physical, or the spirit speaking to the emotional, speaking to the mental, but whatever, there's a bonding, there's a love here, there's an appreciation that's showing up. To me, sometimes the 2 of Cups is probably, I feel like sometimes the 2 of Cups is a far more romantic card than even the Lovers. It's like a more quieter, softer version of the Lovers in some ways. And I feel like there's a specialness to it. When I see the 2 of Wands and that 2 of Cups, I feel like that 2 of Wands, whatever that spiritual desire was from the past to draw us closer to ourselves, we're actually getting there by the end of the month in August. The 2 of Cups would indicate that. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a relationship for all of you Pisces, but it's it's definitely a deepening of your own relationship and belief in yourself. And that to me is beautiful. Right, that's that Knave of Cups over there. That's that Piscean energy of, instead of like, what is that phrase? What would Jesus do? Like WWPD. What would Pisces do? Is sort of the feeling that I get from those Knave of Cups moments that may happen to us this month. They're particularly suited to show us exactly who we are in that Knave energy, and in doing so, hopefully, we see ourselves for the beautiful, creative individuals that may be a little bit sensitive, but whatever, so be it. And we embrace that. And by month's end, that 2 of Cups indicates that embrace, that acknowledgement, that love that only we can give to ourselves. And because of that, it's quite powerful. It's quite strong, and certainly quite needed. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think that this is going to be a beautiful month for my Pisces to really understand and appreciate themselves and the enjoyment that comes with that. So take that into account with whatever you do, however you choose to do it. Make sure that you honor yourself first and foremost. Don't lack any one aspect of yourself this month. Try and work within all of the different aspects of you, your mental self, your emotional self, your spiritual self, your physical self. Honor and love and accept all of them no matter where they're at, and watch sort of like, in my mind, the kind of opportunities that come from that not only opportunities for us to maybe grow or change our life, but also our perspective of ourselves and our relationship to the self. We deserve that, Pisces. I mean, we definitely deserve that. I think so. And it sounds beautiful to me. It sounds wonderful to me. Have a wonderful August. Please join me every day for the daily forecast on the channel. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys next month, and have a great August. Bye-bye.